You ever tell yourself, I'll do it later? Or maybe I'll start tomorrow because, hey, there's always time, right? Yeah, we've all done it. You scroll for 5 minutes, suddenly it's midnight. You push something important to the weekend, and before you know it, the weekend's gone. And the worst part, you don't even notice when time quietly slips through your fingers. See, time doesn't scream as it leaves, it just walks away, quietly. And one day, you look up and realize, it's gone. In today's world, full of distractions, notifications, and endless scrolling, it's easier than ever to waste time without realizing it. But time isn't just the ticking of a clock. Time builds your destiny. It shapes your future. The people who respect time climb. The ones who waste it burn in regret. So today, let me tell you a story that's not just inspiring, it's a warning. Because once time's gone, it never comes back. There once was a boy named Lucas. Lucas lived in a quiet little town, a place where everyone knew everyone, where mornings smelled like coffee and fresh bread, and where kids played barefoot in the summer dust. But Lucas, he was lazy. He'd wake up late, skip his chores, delay his homework, and always tell himself, I'll do it later. And later never came. His parents worried. His teachers warned him. They said things like, Lucas, if you keep wasting time, you'll fall behind. But he didn't listen. He thought, why hurry? I'm still young. I've got time. He'd watch his friends win prizes, get good grades, move forward in life, while he just drifted, always one step behind. And yet, deep down, Lucas felt something heavy, a kind of silent guilt. He knew he wasn't living up to his potential. He just didn't know how to change. One day, a wise man visited the town. People said he'd traveled the world, teaching, listening, sharing stories that could change lives. He was calm, gentle, and had the kind of eyes that made you feel seen. Crowds gathered in the park to hear him speak. Lucas, curious but unsure, stood far in the back, listening quietly. The old man spoke about purpose, habits, and time. Every word hit Lucas like a stone dropped into still water. After the crowd left, Lucas stayed behind. He walked up shyly and said, Sir, I feel like a failure. I'm always behind everyone, my classmates, my friends. I want to do better, but I don't know how. The wise man smiled and said, My son, you feel lost because you don't value time. You keep postponing your work, and in doing so, you waste the most precious thing you have. Let me tell you a story, and maybe it'll make sense. Lucas nodded, sat down, and listened. The wise man began. A long time ago, there was a kind and generous king. He ruled his land with wisdom and kindness. His people loved him, and he always tried to help them when they were in need. One day, an old friend came to visit the king. They had gone to school together, but life had taken them in very different directions. The friend was poor, jobless, and bitter. He blamed others for his problems. He said luck had never been on his side. The king looked at his friend with compassion. He said gently, My friend, tell me, what happened to you? The man sighed, I don't know, Your Majesty. Whenever I try to get a job, people say I'm lazy, that I don't finish tasks on time. I feel like no one gives me a chance. The king thought for a moment and said, All right, let's do this. Before the sun sets today, you can take as much gold and treasure from my royal treasury as you want. Whatever you collect before sunset will be yours. The man's eyes lit up. He bowed deeply. Thank you, Your Majesty. You've saved me. He ran home, heart pounding with excitement. When he told his wife, she gasped with joy. That's wonderful. Go now. Hurry before it's too late. But he shook his head. I will, but first, I'm starving. Let me eat something. His wife frowned. Eat fast, then. But he didn't. He took his time. He savored the meal, thinking, I've got all afternoon. After eating, he felt sleepy. I'll take a short nap before I go. I'll have more energy after. He lay down and drifted into a deep, comfortable sleep, dreaming of gold and wealth. Hours passed. When his wife finally woke him, it was still afternoon. He got angry. Why wake me so early? I still have plenty of time. He packed a few empty sacks and started walking toward the palace. But the sun was hot, the road was dusty, and he got tired. He saw a big tree with cool shade and thought, I'll rest for just 5 minutes. He sat, leaned against the trunk, and closed his eyes. That 5 minutes turned into another deep nap. When he opened his eyes, the sky was orange. The sun was melting into the horizon. Panic shot through him. He grabbed his sacks and ran as fast as he could toward the palace. But when he arrived, the doors were closed. The guards had locked the treasury. The sun had set. He fell to his knees, gasping, "Please, just one more chance." But it was too late. He had lost everything, not because of bad luck, not because of others, but because he wasted time. The wise man looked at Lucas and said softly, "You see, my boy? That man wasn't unlucky. He was lazy. He kept saying later, and later destroyed him. Time doesn't wait for anyone. Once it's gone forever." Lucas didn't say a word. His throat tightened. He realized that man in the story was him. He'd been doing the same thing, postponing life, one excuse at a time. Finally, he said, "I understand now. I've been wasting my time, just like that man. I don't want to end up full of regret. I'll change." The wise man smiled. "Good. Then start today. Time will respect you only when you respect it." That night, Lucas went home different. He looked around his messy room, his unfinished homework, the books collecting dust, the list of someday goals. He sat down, took a deep breath, and made a plan. He listed every small thing he'd been avoiding, then wrote beside each, "Start now." It wasn't easy. The next morning, he woke up early for the first time in months. He wanted to hit snooze, but remembered the story, the image of the man crying outside the locked treasury, and forced himself up. He studied, he worked, he stopped saying later. At first, it was hard. His brain begged for comfort, for laziness, but Lucas kept pushing. Each day, he got a little better. Each day, he grew a little stronger. Weeks turned into months. Lucas started seeing real results, better grades, better focus, better mood. His teachers noticed. His parents were proud. Even his friends asked, "Dude, what happened to you? You've changed." Lucas smiled, "I just stopped wasting time." And that's the truth. Once you stop wasting time, life starts giving you time. Opportunities appear. Confidence grows. Dreams stop being dreams and start becoming plans. That story of the king isn't just for Lucas, it's for all of us. We're all that man sometimes. We eat, we scroll, we rest for a bit, and suddenly the day's over. We think we have more time, but the truth is, time's the only thing we'll never get back. A student who fails a class understands the value of a year. A passenger who misses a train by 1 minute understands the value of a minute. A person who loses someone they love understands the value of a moment. Time is more valuable than money because you can always earn money again. You'll never earn back time, so don't wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The perfect time is now. If you want to change your life like Lucas did, start small. 1. Write down your goals. Be specific. I want to start studying at 8 a.m. I'll read for 20 minutes. 2. Break them into tiny steps. Don't climb the mountain. Take the first step. 3. Use timers. Try the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. It works like magic. 4. Cut distractions. Turn off notifications. Leave your phone in another room. 5. Reflect every night. Ask yourself, did I use my time wisely today? If not, fix it tomorrow. 6. Celebrate progress. Every small win counts. Every single one. Because improvement isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Over time, Lucas became one of the top students in his school. He wasn't born smarter, he just learned how to use his hours wisely. He still had fun, hung out with friends, watched movies, but he learned when to stop. He learned the art of balance. He worked hard when he had to and relaxed without guilt when it was earned. Years later, people who once called him Lazy Lucas called him Driven Lucas. He went on to help others, sharing the same story that had changed his life. If Lucas were standing in front of you right now, he'd probably say something like this: "I wasted years thinking time would wait for me, but time moves fast, too fast. Don't make the same mistake. Don't wait for motivation to come. Start small, start tired, start scared, but just start. Because one day you'll look back and either thank yourself for starting or wish you had. Time is the one thing you can't rewind. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose opportunities and find new ones. But once a moment is gone, it's gone forever. So spend your time wisely. Work on your dreams. Be present with your family. Laugh with your friends. And remember, every second you waste is a second someone else is using to get ahead. There's a saying my grandfather used to tell me, if you respect time, time will respect you. But if you waste it, it will destroy you. So choose wisely, respect your time, and your future self will thank you. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and tell me in the comments, what's one thing you've been putting off that you'll finally start today? I'll be back soon with another story to remind you, no matter how far behind you feel, it's never too late to turn your life around. Until then, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward.